connected to Galaxy Tab A2016.
Oh my god, they're making this shit so fucking hard right now.
Are a part of what I call the Black Economic Revolution, which is millions of Black people who want to learn to build wealth, build generational legacies for their families, who also want to know how to start businesses. And so one of the most important things about starting a business is that the law is a big player in how you structure your company and organization and whether or not you're going to survive economically. So in order to kind of talk about this a little bit, I wanted to bring in attorney Tanya Nebo. Tanya is the co-instructor alongside myself on the blackfranchiseprogram.com. And in the blackfranchiseprogram.com, she talks to people about how to buy franchises. And so I want to ask Tanya, first and foremost, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing extremely well. You know, I'm excited, Tanya, about what I'm seeing and hearing from people. You know, you joined me in our event in Atlanta, and also you've seen, you know, when we did the 48-hour business school in Los Angeles. There's a lot of people that really want to start businesses. They want to get off the corporate plantation and make their lives better, but they don't always know exactly what to do. And I know that you have the blackfranchiseprogram.com where you go into a lot of detail on exactly everything. But I wanted to kind of start with sort of an overview on some key steps that somebody might take if they want to start a business. So I guess from the very beginning, tell me a little bit about, just remind people, what you do and how you help business owners kind of get off the ground.
Okay. So, first, thanks for having me. I love to have these sessions where we're talking about business and encouraging people to be, encouraging our people to be entrepreneurs and to pursue that as a way to create legacy and to build wealth. So, I'm all about this and I love it. So, what I do is I'm a business and real estate attorney, and bottom line is that I help people buy, sell, and operate small businesses. And that can range from, as you just mentioned, helping people get into franchises, help people buy existing franchises, help people create their own type of business, whether it be their own brand for a barbershop or a, professional services business, whether it be they want to be a full-time DJ and that's a business, whatever it is, it can be helping them to start that, as well as helping them possibly acquire an existing business that may be unrelated to what they've been doing in the past. So it's, again, buying, selling, operating small businesses, and then putting those businesses somewhere. So we're talking about commercial real estate there, where with the commercial real estate element, you've got, you may have that barbershop I just mentioned. It needs to go somewhere. And that kind of a lease would be a commercial lease. We will, negotiate those, help people renegotiate those. Sometimes when someone's buying a business, it comes with a lease, for example, and then the lease terms aren't so fabulous for my client, and we want to renegotiate that. So just a range of different matters that help people go from being non-business owners to becoming business owners, or helping them grow the business that they've already established, or even transition to different areas of business from what they're already doing currently.
Okay. So basically, as an attorney, you are in a position where you understand business and the law, which I think is huge. And so a lot of business owners are able to kind of work with you in order to be really ready, from a legal standpoint, because I think that's important. A lot of businesses die because they don't think about the legalities. They don't know sort of the specific steps. So what I wanted to kind of talk about today, if that's okay with you, is, what are some steps if I'm a person that, is trying to get off the plantation and I want to start my own business, what are some things I might want to lay out in terms of my game plan?
Okay. And I'll address that question about what steps someone should be taking in laying out their game planning, and then what the priorities are. But before I do that, I just want to comment on something you just said, which is that a lot of businesses die, right? Well, not only do a lot of businesses die, some of them just get straight assassinated, meaning they were okay, but then one bad move or one bad situation just put an end to it. And it sounds dramatic, but oftentimes that can happen where, things are going well. And then one deal goes bad, or one person gets injured on the property, or one person gets, food poisoning, and, whatever the situation is. And because they were not adequately protected, that one case, that one judgment is, it requires them to spend so much money that it literally wipes out the business. So when I say some businesses just get killed, that's what I mean. So dying can be that slow process of, that's reflective of perhaps poor management or not having enough money, and it just kind of slowly happening. But then there's also the thing that kind of can decimate a business, and that can be having not had, adequate insurance or something to cover a particular incident that happened. So otherwise the business is doing well. All of a sudden, one thing goes wrong, and that particular incident is enough to kind of wipe out the capital of the business and take it out. So does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really important. I think that people should take note of that. I mean, I think that there are so many of us that, when you think about things like just, insurance or protection of the business period, a lot of us just don't think about that, and so even when I talk to you, I work with, I have no problem telling people that you're my lawyer, and you've actually mentioned things that we were exposed to where I was like, oh, really? Oh, wow.
Right.
And so I think it's really important for people to keep that in mind as they build. So, I'll let you kind of decide the direction of the conversation. I was thinking more so in terms of what you think are the steps that someone might use to get started. But if you want to talk about the protections, please feel free to incorporate that.
No, I'd be glad to talk about the steps. But the reason I brought up the protections is because the protection is really the why behind it. So I'm happy to go through the what, and that's what we'll do. I know we're not having, a long conversation here, but the why is really important as well. And the why is that you want to protect your stuff. The reason we set up entities like corporations and set up limited liabilities and such is because what we're trying to do is, of course you want the tax benefits associated with that, but you also want to protect your stuff. You want limited liability protection, and forming an entity is what does that for you. So even if you are someone who's operating solo, like you're a solopreneur, you're a one-man band or one lady gig kind of thing, you still want the limited liability protection because you've worked for things in your life. You've developed, you've got cars, let's say, you've got a home that might have some equity in it, or you've got investment properties, you've got retirement accounts, things that you've worked for over your life that you'd like to hold on to. Well, when you go into business, and if you go into business without setting up a legal entity that is separate from you, if something goes wrong in that business, you are then exposed on multiple levels. All that other stuff I just mentioned, the cars, the house, all those other things are at risk, and that's what is exposed. So the reason we set up these entities, again, the why, is so that we can protect what we have worked for, and then as we're growing in business, protect what we are building so that we don't, we're not at risk for losing all of the fruits of our labor. So that is the why, and that's why I brought up the protection. So I'm happy to go through the steps now. One of the first steps is mindset. And you know me, I'm always bringing that up, right? How it's important to start thinking a particular way if you want a particular result. So you've got to start thinking like you are a business owner. And that goes to what I was just saying about treating your entity as if it's separate from you. Okay, so that's a mindset of a business owner where you are operating as if this business, this entity, this limited liability company you set up is not just an extension of you. And that matters for under the law. Okay, and in the law, if you have an entity and you treat it like it's just an extension of you, and you keep, you pay your mortgage out of your business bank account, and you buy your groceries out of your business account, and you kind of freestyle it. Well, under the law, that puts you at risk, and you might as well have not even set up the entity because, again, going back to your stuff, all that stuff can go away if you act as if the business is not separate from you. So setting it up is not difficult, and I will tell, and I'm honest with people about this, as far as hiring an attorney to help you with things, that's the value in hiring an attorney is not in having them set up your limited liability company or your corporation. And by the way, as a general rule, for most small business owners, a limited liability company is the direction that I go. It is rare that I find that it's necessary to get set up a corporation for
spicy chili lime mango chunks, strawberries, a banana, and some strawberry cranberry juice. This shit is the fucking bomb right now.
And the reality is, in most instances, it's more than you need to do and doesn't often make sense for your particular situation. But talk to your accountant or whoever handles your money with you to confirm that. So you set up the company with the Secretary of State, and then you want to make sure that you have properly filed those documents, right? So in addition to paying the fees online to the Secretary of State, you want to make sure that if you have a limited liability company, you need an operating agreement. That's the agreement that says this is the company, these are the owners of the company or the owner of the company. This is how this company functions. This is how the company, these are the different roles of the individuals in the company. This is what happens in the event that someone dies. This is all of the things that would govern how to operate that entity should be in that operating agreement. If you're more familiar with corporate terms, a corporation has bylaws. So the The bylaws are to a corporation what an operating agreement is to an LLC. Okay, so that's the formation part.
Home of the foot-long hot dog.
So far?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
President
So
Donald Trump.
So when you talk about filing with the Secretary of State, you're not referring so much to filing an LLC. You're just saying, like, go to what would that document be called that's filed with the Secretary of State? The DBA?
Actually, I am talking about an LLC. If you are setting up an entity in a particular state, you're going to go to the Secretary of State in order to do that. Most Secretaries of State
like 5:30.
an online system in which you would
Had to make sure my hair was nice and fresh. Put some moisturizer in there.
the document that you're essentially
Get my hair straight.
an
I did some laundry. Did a little bit of dishes. I vacuumed. I fixed me a smoothie. Toaster strudels are gone. Now I'm chilling with you guys. You know, pretty good morning. About to work on, maybe not work on that one. I might take that one down for a minute and start on something else. Oh, I want to show you guys some other. I started working on another drawing. Not really detailed, but just like a little quick sketch. Honestly, I got bored as fuck yesterday at work, and I was just like, on my lunch break, I came home real quick and just grabbed my sketch pad, and I was like, if it's gonna be boring like this all fucking day at work, I'm just gonna draw some shit.
So your limited liability company might be called.
So I did start on like a little quick drawing at work. I may finish it, I may not. I keep telling myself I need to draw more, but sometimes it just like drawing is so fucking hard.
That would be the DBA because you are doing business as Super Shoes on Main, even though the company is really called Jones Enterprises LLC. So if you're going to operate a business and it's going to be named something separate or different from what the actual company name is, then you do need to file a trade name, which again is that DBA, and that is typically done. It's not done on the state level. It's usually done on the local level, like in the area that you're going to be operating, like in Georgia, for example, DBAs are filed at the county level. So whatever county you're operating in, you would file a DBA with that your local, the courthouse system, and it's typically less than $100 to do that.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so even if I'm a sole proprietor and I'm doing business, I would, whether it's LLC or sole proprietorship, you go through that Secretary of State, and so I just want to make sure people understand that. I want to make sure people, because sometimes I think the legalities can be intimidating, for people, and they don't know exactly. Like, I don't know, someone may, file one kind of paperwork and think they've done everything they need to do, and then find out later they didn't do everything. So you mentioned mindset. You mentioned setting up with the Secretary of State. Wow.
Well, let's back up real quick, just because to your point, people get confused about and they think they filed certain things that they have not. That is where an attorney comes into play. If you want, if you want to make sure that you've done things properly and that you've chosen an entity that makes good sense and filed, and the documents have been filed correctly, then you do want to have an attorney who can be a good sounding board and advisor to you. Now, you also mentioned sole proprietorships. Sole proprietorships are not technically entities. If someone is doing business right now, today, they've filed nothing, they've called no one, they just started selling. Let's say they just went and rented a kiosk at the mall and they're selling selling hair at the kiosk and they've done nothing. Then they are a sole proprietor because that is not an entity. You are just someone who's in business on your own, and that has you exposed to whatever kind of risk might come your way. So again, we set up the entity so that there is a buffer between ourselves and the public, and therefore a buffer between our stuff and the stuff that the business owns. With me? So sole proprietorship is not truly an entity. It does not provide limited liability protection at all. None.
Okay, I know it doesn't provide limited liability protection, but I'm thinking about, I remember when I first started speaking, and I was making money as a speaker. I was just Dr. Boyce walking, and
Mhm.
that was easy.
All right, yeah.
It was
So
extra income.
my
I declared number of taxes, no big deal.
handy dandy.
Right.
And let's say
Notebook.
that I think that when I first started my first company,
We are looking for
I didn't
blues
file the
clues.
LLC
We
right
are
away. I
looking
didn't
for
go from the
blues
liability
clues.
protection right
Because
away, but I
we're
did have a
very
company
smart.
name.
Yeah, remember that
I
shit?
started doing business as
I got kids, man. You know, I had to watch
our
that
first
shit,
company was
man.
the Blue Boy Publishing Company.
Okay.
Yeah, don't ask me where that came from.
Okay.
Anyway,
I won't.
anyway, so you have that layer, right? And then eventually you start doing the LLCs, like voice.
Right.
All right, I'm going to show you what's in here.
And I think that what
I have been drawing
they're always trying to figure out, okay,
yesterday
you know,
at work.
at what point.
Is that on
Like, if I'm
camera?
just a person
I normally
selling
don't be
stuff at the
doing that
mall
shit
and
on
I'm
camera,
like, hey,
man,
I'm
because
Joe, and I'm
I
selling
think I got
orange
banned
juice.
before for that shit, yo.
Then
I
like
swear to God,
nothing
man, I be
needs to
seeing
be
other people
filed
just
for me to do that.
smoking
I'm exposed to the risk.
blunts,
I'm just a guy
drinking
selling
liquor,
oranges, but if I have a
cussing,
company,
twerking.
Joe's Orange Company.
Nobody don't never say nothing.
But it's still a sole proprietorship. It doesn't
When I
have limited
smoke
liability.
every once in a while in my stream,
Is
motherfucker
that
be trying to
when-
get my
I
channel
think that's when you
banned.
have
You're like,
to
oh, that
file
nigga smoking.
the DBA and all that stuff
what the
to let
fuck,
them know,
yo?
hey, I'm doing business as Joe's Orange Company. Even though Joe's Orange Company does not have limited liability protection, it's still not the same as me. Am I right about that? Or-
Yes, you are.
I wish
you
I had my
you
thinking
file the
chair.
DBA whenever you're doing business as
I need my fat ass
something.
crayon.
Then you
Where
would
my
go
fat
ahead
ass
and file the
crayon?
DBA, whether or not you've ever set up an LLC or set up an entity. Now, if you're selling oranges, you mentioned oranges at the kiosk. You may not think.
Uh-oh. She froze. Maybe my Wi-Fi is going to come back. Tanya? Uh-oh. Looks like I lost her. I'm going to try to get her back. By the way, this was attorney Tanya Nebo, and she actually is one of our instructors in the Black Business School. And as you can see, our faculty are very, very good. They're better than most universities because they're all Black and they're all experts and they all went to the best schools. Tanya Nebo is her name. Her URL is theblackfranchiseprogram.com. That's theblackfranchiseprogram.com. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut her screen down because it looks like I lost her, but I'm gonna get her back.
And I got.
Anyway, so if you want to learn how to buy a franchise from Tanya, go to theblackfranchiseprogram.com. If you want to learn how to start your own business, go to blackmoney103.com. Blackmoney103.com. We don't just teach you how to start a business. We mentor you all the way so that when you get stuck on something, you have instructors you can talk to every week forever, for as long as you want to be a member, that can give you access to exclusive information and opportunities. And we do business with our students as well. We don't just teach you stuff. Like a lot of business schools will teach you and send you on your way. We do business with our students and partner with them to help them promote. We have options where they can do that as well. We have long-term mentorship. So it's better than a business school because it's all Black.
Tobacco
it's designed uniquely to solve the problems in the Black community. It also brings in the best and brightest experts.
I swear, man, people swear down I be smoking something else. It just be tobacco.
Some of the best people in the world, and a lot of the other faculty that are there have done the same thing. And the cost is pretty much. The monthly fee for most of our programs is less than the cost of taking your family to the movies twice in a month. So I hope you'll consider, it's NEBO, N-E-B-O. I hope you'll consider joining us at the Black Business School. It'll be the best investment you ever made. It'll take your game to the next level. We'll kick your butt. We'll push you. So that's it. So if you want to sign up for any of our programs, go to blackfinancialliteracy.com. That's blackfinancialliteracy.com. And I'm sorry I lost Attorney Nebo. I'm going to try to call her back and see if I can get her back. But you guys have an awesome day, and it was great talking to you. I'll see you soon. Oh wait, she looks like she just came back. Right when I was just about to say goodbye, you popped back in. So I guess I kept us talking. But I was telling them about your program, and I think that what you were mentioning, I think that's kind of enough for today because I know your time is short. I want y'all to know, Tanya earns. What is your standard fee for your law firm approximately?
Standard fee for my law firm, man.
That question is hard to answer.
$2,500
for just to have retainer. Like a consultation or.
Yeah, just if I needed to
$2,500 retainer fee
for me, stuff like that. Give me like a range. You don't have to tell me exact numbers because I know it can vary.
Okay, $300 to $400 an hour.
Okay, $300 to $400 an hour. All right, so I want you all to think about that. When you're thinking about joining the Black Business School or the BlackFranchiseProgram.com, you're getting access to a lawyer who charges $300 to $400 an hour who can change your life. She can put you in a position where you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. So I don't know why in the world you'd ever let $99 a month stop you from joining the program, being taught by someone of that caliber. You go look her fee up. Just go call up the Nebo Law Firm and see how much it costs. So she's doing this as a favor to the community, as a favor to me. So the other way we're able to charge the other way we're able to charge much lower prices in the Black Business School than a lot of major universities is because we use scale. We have students from all over the world. So we figured we have a few hundred people there paying $99 a month or $100 a month to pay the faculty for their time and to run the organization, economic empowerment centers around
That's some strong tobacco.
Which is what we're working on right now. We're looking to get Tanya, I never told you about this. Is one of my mini
I'm gonna go grab another
that we're using to help Black people take over the world.
And
but
then
this is all going back and fueling right into the Black community. You see, so if you go to school at the University of Tennessee, or you go to USC, or you go to Yale, that money's not, the majority of their money is not going back into the Black community. It's not. Because they don't, that's not their community. Why would they do that? They'll do a little charity. They'll open a couple centers in the hood. But if you go to schools like Yale or some of the other top universities, not picking on Yale, you'll look around that neighborhood. You know what I'm talking about, Tanya. You ever see that where you have an elite university that's gentrified the heck out of a Black community, and you look around and there's nothing but poor people? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Well, the Black Business School isn't built that way. The Black Business School is an institution that is ours. We have 40,000 students, and every penny that we make goes right back into the Black community. Our money is going back into doing things for Black people. The economic empowerment tours, when we go around the different cities, people think, oh, Dr. Boyce, you're going to these different cities and you're trying to get rich by going to the cities. People don't understand. When we went to Atlanta, we lost money. When we went to D.C., we lost money. We did that because I feel that there's a part of what we do where we've got to get into the faces of people and really push them and look them in the eye. But we didn't make money in D.C. I'm just going to be transparent about that. The way we were able to fund that was because the Black Business School sponsored our tours. And we've gone to over 40 to 50 cities in the last year and a half.
Check this shit out. So you take this, plug this doohickey up, like that. Get some water. Just water. Oh shit. Oh shit. Dropping stuff. There's a little line in here. Fill it up to the line. Oh shit. I got water on my sketch pad. Damn it. Damn you, water. You're so liquidy. Do you take some of these oils? This is orange. Orange. Smells like oranges. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3-4 drops in there. Put your little thingy back on there. And press this button. Can't really see it because it's that fucking thing, but it makes this mist. It's like smoky. Yeah, look how smoky that is, and it smells like oranges. Yo, this is the shit, yo. It's just like water and extracts and shit, those oil extracts. But that little thing right there had a whole fucking house smelling good. Oh shit. Wow. That Dr. Boyce Watkins stopped already? Okay.
(1977) Ford F-Series starts its epic run as the
Got water on that book. But that's why it's a hardback, baby. Hardback, hardback, hardback. Everything is internet. Hardbacks are old news, but you gotta keep it new, mixed with the old school. Got a lot of new laws, hope you know the old rules. Cause a young dummy only grows into an old fool. Only grows into an old fool. Cause a young dummy only grows into an old fool. Only grows into an old fool.
But all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my cat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better do my best on my chest. Cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start bugging and fucking at niggas like I was fucking. Dumbing out just me and my crew. Cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit and party and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and bullshit and party. I'm from the honeys, down from the roughnecks. See my man say that I knew from the project. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my teeth. Sure do, 22s in my shoe. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roaming straight, see what the honeys is about. Always poppin', ain't no stopping. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gap? Ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you still get the poster. Nigga, I told you, put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even starts. Is he drunk?
The sketch pad? Where did I get the sketch pad from? Avenged Sevenfold. The hardback junk. Yeah. The hardback sketch diary. And then it got the silk or imitation silk, you know, that's nylon, but it has the nylon bookmark for you. So wherever you're at, you can just keep your little spot. Firewire, do I play the Division? I have the Division, and I kind of stopped playing the Division because it seemed like too much like Destiny with that just a random gear shit. Like, I don't know, I don't like that random anything really in games too much, you know? especially when it comes to gear and weapons. You're in a group. You and your team are fighting an enemy. You defeat the enemy, but you may get this and he may get this, and like I don't like that shit, yo. I just like class, like the class and level system. If I want to play assault class or sniper class or engineer class, and if I stay in this class long enough and earn points in this class, I will eventually level up and unlock everything in that class. Not just, oh, if I get in this boss fight, I might get a fucking emerald item, or I might get a yellow item, I might get a blue art. Man, fuck all that shit, yo. That shit was too much. And then you got those hardcore guys who stand there and they tweak their fucking loadout for fucking 48 hours until you just cannot kill these motherfuckers. And I don't know, the playing field is uneven once, you know, you get the go hards who have no life, and they get that ultimate loadout, and no matter what you do, you can't defeat them. I really don't like games like that, period. My shit is, now I have the Division, but I don't have any of the expansion packs for it. And I was really looking forward to that game. Like it actually, I love everything about it except like that the bullet sponge bosses and that fucking random gear drop shit. Other than that, the story is cool as shit. The fucking visuals, man, that game is fucking beautiful, yo. I really love the animation in that game. When I first played it, dude, I didn't even play it really. I just walked around and looked at how well the art team, you know, the lighting, the textures, the snow on the clothing, like the game looks fucking amazing. I really give it out to the art department on that shit, yo. Like that game is beautiful. And how it handles the features, the weapons and everything, but it's just like, I don't know, it has like little aspects to it. It really don't let me enjoy that game anymore. And so now I've been playing Wildlands. And Wildlands is kind of like, I wish they can merge those, like have Wildlands gameplay in like the Division world. That shit would be fucking awesome, yo. And Wildlands is weird, like it's kind of random, but not really, because you do have to go out and find all the weapons, but the weapons are there. It's not like some character or some other player is gonna have a weapon that you don't have and won't have access to until like some unknown time in the future, like whatever. Like, okay, this dude has a sniper rifle you don't have, well, look on the map. Where is the sniper rifle at? It's over there. All right, we'll go infiltrate the base and get that shit. Now you're on equal playing ground with everybody else, and nobody else can't have, you know, shit that you can have, shit that you can't have, and shit like that. And I don't know, like that recon is like, you can play it really stealthy, and that's what I really like. It's almost like Metal Gear Solid stealth type gameplay, if you want it to be that way. Or you can run in guns blazing with mortars and calling backup soldiers and cannon fire and everything else. But I like to play that game kind of stealthy. Man, my girl is like, she's a part of some little group or whatever, you know, and they make like, well, she does make me good stuff though. Like, I have this really good face wash she makes me, and it's just like from natural ingredients, and it's just like a little club, you know, a little oil club recipes, and they exchange different recipes and shit like that. And so they get these catalogs and get shit like that for discount, yo. Yo, like right now, you wouldn't even believe, yo, this room smells so fucking good. It should just smell like oranges in this bitch, yeah. I swear to God, yo. But there's like some kind of oil diffuser, and you see how that shit just be smoking, and then it's lit up, so when you turn the lights out and shit, it's just like, it looks like a little flower that's just blowing some mist out. I remember this shit way back in the day though, on motherfucking The Sims. Like, it was The Sims Part 1 or Sims Part 2. Like early on. I think it had to be a console version, or Or was it on a PC? Because I've never been a PC gamer. And, shit, I was so poor early on that goddamn, shit, we ain't never had no fucking PC in our house, but somehow I always got a fucking hand-me-down game system. Somehow I found a way to get a fucking console. But, you know, we ain't had no computers. But I know, like, so I know I didn't really play it on the computer, so it had to be like on the, when was the first Sims on console? Like PS2 or PS3 maybe? But anyway, they had that shit in the game. Like, this was fucking years ago, man, over 10 years ago. But it was in the Sims. You can buy some kind of aroma machine or something, and you can set it in your house somewhere and turn it on, and it would blow fucking smoke and mist out, and that'd keep you calm throughout the day or something. There was some like perk to the game, man. And now they got that shit in real life, yo. That shit is wild. Yeah, we got a couple of these shits, yo. I think we got 2 up here, 1 downstairs. I normally keep this one in here or in the bathroom because, well, for obvious reasons. And keep one downstairs in the living room, and then there's one in the bedroom. We barely use one in the bedroom though. But yeah, let me see something real quick. What up? Everybody up early, chilling, watching some goddamn art. That's what it is, yo. Y'all some weird motherfuckers. Y'all sit around and watch some black dude be drawing and painting. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Explain that shit to your mother. What you was doing this morning? Watching TV? Boy, what you watching? This dude, right? He's sitting in his room and he drawing. What is he drawing? I don't know. A picture of some black dude. Boy, what the fuck kind of shit is you watching? Nah, it's cool though, mom. He cool though. He just like be chilling and shit. Lord, you need Jesus. Boy, you need Jesus. He got this oil steamer. A what? Never mind, mom. I'll call you back later on. Smoking. Like I say, guys, I don't want to lose much of my fucking drawing skills, yo. So I'd be trying to get back into this shit. Like I say, most time I'll just do a quick sketch on the fucking canvas. Because I know I'm going to paint over it. But I did do a highly detailed drawing. I did draw this photograph right here. I sent it to my homie. He already has it, or by now, or if he doesn't have it by now, he'll have it in a day or two. But just trying to do more drawings, make sure I keep my motherfucking skills tight, yo. Cause sometimes I be feeling like I be slipping if I try to get like all the details with the pencil. Like, motherfuckers don't understand, yo. Every medium is completely different, and there's gonna be similarities in the way you apply the medium or the surface that you apply the medium to. But still, that shit is fucking different, yo. Drawing is different from painting. And then in the spectrum, and then even just in drawing, if you're using, what are you going to draw with? You're going to draw with pencil, which is lead or graphite, or you're going to draw with charcoal, or you're going to fucking draw with pastels, markers, crayons, you know what I'm saying? And just drawing alone, all of your different mediums within drawing are going to have different styles and techniques. And then, then that is completely different from painting. And then when you paint, okay, now what kind of mediums? You got oil, waters, and all different things like that. So that's going to be completely different. You know what I'm saying? So everything is not the same. And you're not going to use and utilize the exact same techniques when you're using a different medium to create any type of art. So I don't know. Some people just assume because, you can paint well, that means you can draw well. That's not necessarily true. And just because you can you can draw well, that means you can do graffiti well, and that's not necessarily true. And if because you can do watercolors well, that means you can paint in oils well, and that's not true. You know what I'm saying? So whatever skills and techniques you want to refine, you always have to practice those skills and techniques. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a good painter, you got to practice painting. You want to be able to draw well, you have to keep practicing on how to draw. You know? And like I said, I haven't been drawing highly detailed pictures in a while, and so I've made a little commitment to kind of stay in my sketch pad more than I have been lately. I feel like I've been neglecting this sketch pad for years now, because I've had it for several years, and the majority of this book is still empty after years of having it, you know. And I don't know, I'm starting to get frustrated with that. I guess when I was younger, I would have filled up this book in a year. Probably less than a fucking year. This book would have been filled already.
It's just a burst pipe. I can fix it.
No.
With Claim Rate Guard, your rates won't go up just because of a claim.
I totally could.
No.
Switching to Allstate is worth it.
You
Shout out to the shooters and the shooters only. Yes, sir. You never walk around with a lot of money. Yes, sir. Hand guns falling all that's spike. When you hit him in the head, can you keep it solid? Get fruit whip, real blood on. Like the raw uncut, no blood on. Like you can't do the blood on. Where you at? Put the blood on. Back it, pop it, tag. You ain't up. Catch it, pop it, run up. You ain't up. Out it, down it, clip. You ain't shot. Spinning, running, hold it. You ain't.
Oh my god, I'm trying to get the best angle I can, yo. No? Oh my god, I should have just left it the fuck alone, probably. I don't know, like, when I look at the TV, there's a fucking glare where you can't really smoke. I don't know. What the fuck, yo? This shit pisses me off every time, because I can never really get this shit how I want it. This is why I need a studio production. You know what I'm saying? I need some cameramen, some lights, you know what I'm saying? A director in this motherfucker, a teleprompter. Yo, somebody set that up for me, yo. Holy fucking... What if I try to come at it from this angle? Ooh, maybe? Maybe like that. Oh, shit. I think I might have it. Yeah. I think I might have it. Perfect angle. The perfect angle. Yeah. I think I might have it. The perfect angle. Listen. Let's do Django. Kill them motherfuckers. Let them slave go. Yeah. The perfect angle. I think I have it. Rolling, cold, what up? Yeah, what up? Rolling, cold, what up? Yeah, what up? Oh, so much erasing. Why? Because your lines aren't fucking perfect, Prince. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, excuse me, guys. Hope little kids ain't watching, cause profanity is not the only option. If you got a big enough vocabulary, listen, you can make the white man scary. Just say it. Let me stop. I think I've been smoking too much this morning. Only option. It's not the only option. It's not the only option. Listen. It's not the only option if you got a large enough vocabulary. Not that sample. Not that sample. Oh. La 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 la. Yeah. I want to freestyle for the king, the prince. What?
I'ma let you get on top, baby girl, you a
ain't got no bitches? I'm banging. I'm banging. Who ain't got no bitches? I'm banging. I'm banging.
price of the greed. Murder that in the price of the greed. Everything killer on the run with currency. Murder in the price of the greed. Murder that in the price of the greed. Everything killer on the run with currency. Murder in the price of the greed. Murder that in the price of the greed. Everything killer on the run that in the price of the greed. Murder that in the price of the greed. Everything killer on.
Mill Creek Boys.
Don't mind if I do. Okay, I heard you the first time.
Damn.
Classic.